on to all my Aries. You have the Two of Pentacles, the Tower, the Moon, Three of Swords, Ten of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, the Judgment, the Six of Cups, and the Devil. Okay, so, all right. So what I'm seeing here is the Two of Pentacles, the Tower, the Moon. Y'all already know, right? Y'all already know what this means. Let me go ahead and clear it up. The Two of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Moon is about how it is that you were unsure about trying to get to know somebody that you were just getting to know. You were unsure. The way that the two of you met, you didn't necessarily know whether you should trust it or go along with it. The Tower and the Moon. But you decided that, nah, you're not gonna continue to interact with these people for very much longer. So some of you Aries may have got what you got and then left. Some of you Aries may have just left, you know, without anything. Cut your losses and run and be like, oh, okay, I don't really care about getting physical. I don't really care. I'm gonna just bounce. And the Three of Swords and the Ten of Wands represents how, oh, wow. The Three of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles is about, the reason why is because a lot of you Aries are kind of, wow, this is a very intense reading. It's because a lot of you Aries are kind of thinking that you're just kind of tired of being, not played, because a lot of y'all don't get played anymore because a lot of y'all see it coming now. But a lot of you are just kind of, again, you're tired of going through the same idiots, the same stupid, to put it less, you know, you kind of going through the same stupid people, just looking differently, right? Their names are different for all intents and purposes, but they have the same agenda. It's the same copy and paste. It's the same thing, you know, it's the same agenda, wasting time, playing games. So I'm just seeing how honestly, right, going through the same thing. So I'm just seeing how honestly a lot of you Aries are just taking it and empowered yourselves. Three of Swords, Ten of Wands, like, okay, you just go and play the game. You just go and do what you do, you know? And when I say play, I mean come in, do what you do. Two of y'all do what you do. Maybe the Tower is you came in, did what you did, and bounce, right? The Knight of Pentacles, this person wanting more from you, but a lot of you Aries did what y'all did. Y'all had fun and y'all bounced. Okay, all right, I'm getting it now. So a lot of y'all, or maybe, like I said, some of the things that a lot of you Aries saw about the person you didn't like, so you didn't even get anything, you bounced. The point is, a lot of you Aries are a lot more testy now, thanks to just the dysfunction that a lot of you went through. The Two of Pentacles and the Tower, like I said, a lot of you Aries are like, look, it's the same song and dance. You're gonna do you. You're gonna get what you want, or maybe not. Whether you get what you want, the Moon, you're gonna make the decision on when you're gonna bounce. You don't care how people think about you. You don't care what people think. You don't even get if you get a bad rep when you leave, because you Aries are like, you know why you leaving in the first place, so you don't care. You don't care. And that's wild, because a lot of you Aries are at a point where you really don't care. Y'all are going to come in, do what you're going to do, hang out. You get some skins, good. If you don't get some skins, if you catch my drift, whatever, you don't care. You're going to bounce. You're going to bounce anyway if you don't get anything. What it is, because what it is that a lot of you Aries are looking for, right? Ten of Wands, looking for something. What a lot of you Aries are looking for is decency. You know? You Aries is a zodiac sign of being a hopeless romantic. So a lot of times people don't really even realize that what Aries want, ironically, right, is real love. But the problem is two things: their own forceful mentality and just what an Aries actually, the energy that Aries brings into their life. And you Aries are already taking care of one thing, which is your forceful attitude, right? Because to interact with an Aries can be kind of difficult sometimes. Why? Because you as Aries, I don't know, I dated an Aries, right? Tried to get to know many Aries people, date them, hang out with them, really like them, attractive, but, you know, can be a little bit of a mixed bag. You know what I mean? Like you know, it can be a little bit of a mixed. You know, it really can be. Aries can really be here today, gone tomorrow in that sense, and you Aries may have your own causality, your own cause for that type of stuff, but when you're with somebody, right, when you used to be unevolved, secretly, a lot of you Aries would have to be pushy because you want something and you feel like you're not getting that something that you want. So a lot of you Aries have had the mentality of, look, I'm just going to speak up on it. And I'm just going to tell the person what I want so that they can get it. And that's good to a certain extent. But at the same time, the only thing that about your game, so to speak, or about your essence that was missing is the idea to let it go. If a person doesn't want to do certain things with you and for you, then what you Aries needed to do was just pretty much was to pretty much kind of look at the entire person and be able to see if the person was really good for you in the long run. And if they wasn't, then leave, since you're not getting so much of what it is that you want. You know, that could have been a better way, instead of you Aries being like, well, I have to speak up, otherwise I won't necessarily get what I want. It doesn't, you know, you Aries, you got to learn finesse. And what I mean finesse is to get people to think that you're not sloppy, but get people to think that you're not necessarily aware of what's going on, and tell them what it is that you got going on, right? Excuse me, tell them what you got going on, but at the same time tell them, look, this is you would like this. And that if wait to see what they do. And that if they don't get it for you ever, or if they don't ever try to come up with something for you, right, so far, or if you know you're not getting the things that you need to be in a relationship that are the most important, them caring about you, camaraderie, right? You want them to communicate to you what is their thoughts. You want to know what they're thinking when they do certain things. Not everything. You don't have to know everything, but you want to know what they're thinking. You want to know where their mentality was when they made that decision. If they're not giving you any of those things, then you know that it's time for you to leave. And because you Aries have this new mentality of, if you don't see early potential from the person, which is very good, because that's one of the fastest ways for you to be able to identify if a person is wasting your time, is if they don't have any kind of potential and they're acting on said potential, then that's how it is that you know that it's time for you to bounce. But a lot of you Aries have the new mentality now of, look, you, from the minute that you see a couple of like things about their character that may do this, that may do that, and you're correct for doing this, a lot of you Aries are like, nah, I'm not even going to hang out with this person. This person ain't going to get that call like that from me. And a lot of you Aries are 100% right. A lot of you Aries are 100% right, because that's what you should do. That's how you should try to get to know people, right? Stop trying to give people the benefit of the doubt in that regard. You know what I mean? Like, a person is telling you, you know, they, you know what I mean, that they done been to jail for credit card fraud, and they're trying to change their life around. You know, not saying that you shouldn't ever date them if they actually change their ways. But when they fresh out, obviously, if a person is letting you know, I'm fresh out, stuff like this, that's obviously going to be a dub, Aries. But the Ten of Swords and the Judgment now represents you, Aries, just got tired of constantly not getting what it is that you want, to now a lot of you Aries are doing you. You're going to get what you want. You're going to enjoy yourself. And like I said, hot summer is coming up. I'm sure a lot of you Aries, y'all are gonna run rampant. Y'all gonna run wild. And then you have the Six of Cups and the Devil. Obviously, the Six of Cups and the Devil represents people coming back, right? But people coming back that you felt trapped while you were in a relationship with them. So a person from the past that you were trying to get to know, right? It could be any one of them, but it could be the person that you were just the latest trying to get to know, right? The latest, or it could be someone from the past in which you got a little further into the relationship with them. Anyway, a lot of you are like, look, you're not down with it because you remember the time where they made you feel trapped. Let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the Six of Cups. Let's clarify the Six of Cups. The Seven of Wands. Eight of Pentacles. Yep. Ten of Swords. Yep. Four of Wands. Clarify the Six of Cups. The Seven of Wands. The Eight of Pentacles. Again, a lot of you Aries got the message. You're not gonna try to force the relationship. You're not gonna try. You're gonna try. You're gonna put in an effort. But if you see people trying to do everything that they can to make sure that the relationship doesn't work, it doesn't even get started, a lot of you Aries ain't with that. That's not what y'all want anymore. A lot of you Aries are not stepping up for that. The person has to want to put in effort too. They have to put in effort. The Seven of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, right? Seven of Wands, being exhausted of putting in an effort to get to know other people, and people aren't trying to get to know you. Eight of Pentacles. So a lot of you Aries are putting in an effort to building your life and building yourselves up, doing you, getting what it is that you want. Now it's not about trying to court right now. Now it's about you Aries having fun. The Ten of Swords and the Four of Wands represent. So as a result, this is what? As a result, this is about how a lot of you Aries too, because you remember those times of you being treated like trash. You remember that, of how people don't put in any effort whatsoever. They just, and that's part of the reason why Aries has to be pushy, or a lot of you Aries feel like you have to be pushy. But that's not really true at all. That's not really true at all. So then let's clarify the Devil. Let's clarify the Devil here. Let me go. All right, let's go. Let me go ahead and read this for y'all. So you have the Queen of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Five of Wands, and the Emperor. So what I'm seeing here for this is to clarify the Devil, the Queen of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, the Five of Wands, the Emperor. Yeah, like to be how do I say this? How a lot of you Aries are how a lot of you Aries are looking at dysfunctional relationships, just relationships in general, are like this, where it's like an order from a king, where it's like almost like you're forced into it. Like, what can you do, right? And that's the kind of energy that the Devil card here, right, really encaptures. The greed, the idea of trying to, you know, get what it is that they only want when they are in a relationship with you. How a lot of you Aries, and I know a lot of Aries people, Aries, depending on, Aries is fine. Aries look good. Their y'all body compositions, y'all be, anyway. So it's like an order from a king, where it's like, well, what can you do if you're considered a peasant? And I'm not saying that you Aries are peasants. What I'm saying is it's tyrannical, where they're not interested in who you are, what you're about, what you want. building a relationship with you, even getting to know you. It's about them coming in, right? Right? Queen of Pentacles, Four of Swords. They want what they want, and every time that they show up, it's always, sorry that I did this to you afterwards, but it is what it is, and don't be so upset at me that I'm taking advantage of you. You need to get over it. And the thing is that the Five of Wands represents you, Aries, being confrontational, but not necessarily leaving them. That's how they're looking at it, right? So when you, Aries, finally did decide to leave these people alone, here they are trying to now come back. Like I said, the Six of Cups trying to make it seem like they changed, and maybe they're not coming to you from a perspective. Some of them are, but some of them are coming to you from the perspective of, why'd you leave? This was a good relationship. Just never being able to admit their own greed, their own envy, because jealousy and envy are two different things. Jealousy is when they want to leech off of what you have and shine in the spotlight with you. Envy is when they want to completely X you out and get in your space where you are, but X you out. That's what envy is. Jealousy is where they just want to figure out a way to kind of draw what you have away from you and take what you have, but you're still going to be there at the end of the day. But it's sad to see how it is that people do this. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 10,000 subscribers by the end of June. Hot here. As of right now, 6,379 subscribers. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.